Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to NoDQ&A video right here on NoDQ.com, as well as the YouTube channel and NoDQ&A videos affiliate, ringsidenews.com. A little bird told me there was some football game going on, but if you're tired of the football and you want a little bit of wrestling talk, you've come to the right place. This is NoDQ&A video. The Mac is still broken, the new one is on its way. Got the PC laptop filling in as the visual aid. Got your questions, so let's get down to it. First one today comes from the Undertaker guy. Wonder if he's an Undertaker fan. With no new challengers left, could we see the New Day versus Undertaker and Kane at WrestleMania 32 for the titles? It's different and could be fun. Please answer in video. I actually really like that idea. I think that it would be something different, and I know there's been talk about The Undertaker versus Braun Strowman. This would be way better than that. In my opinion, this would be better than The Undertaker versus Kane. I know some fans have suggested that as a match for WrestleMania, but in my opinion, they've already had too many matches, and I think it's better if Undertaker and Kane were going to be involved together at WrestleMania. Put them as a team. We already had Undertaker and Kane against the Wyatts, so doing something different. The New Day, in my opinion, should have a high-profile match at WrestleMania. So what better way to utilize the New Day than to have them against Undertaker and Kane? I think that that's a very strong match for WrestleMania, and I would definitely be happy with that if that was the match for Undertaker. Alright, this one comes from Oscar. Any specific reasons as to why Xavier Woods rarely wrestles in New Day matches? Please answer in video. I think it's simply for the fact that he does such a great job just being out there as the cheerleader and playing the trombone and trash talking and talking into the camera. Xavier Woods is awesome in that role, and why fix it if it's not broken? That seems to work. Have Kofi and Big E as the two defending the titles and have Xavier there to do commentary sometimes and sometimes get involved. It's a winning formula. There's really no need for Xavier to be in the match unless they're doing like a 6-person tag team match. I like him in his role as the guy on the outside who's just looking to cause trouble. Alright, this one comes from Sean T. Flick. The Phenomenal One versus the Phenom at WrestleMania. AJ Styles versus Undertaker? At the very least, it would give Undertaker a safe opponent. Please answer in video. I don't know about this one. I mean, to me, it's a bit of a mismatch. I think AJ's better off going against guys like Chris Jericho and Cesaro when he comes back and Kevin Owens. I think those are the guys that AJ will work the best with. And Undertaker's Undertaker. He's a giant of a man. And, doing the whole David versus Goliath thing with two babyface characters. Not so sure I really like that one because Undertaker's a babyface at WrestleMania at least. Really, he has been a babyface the whole time. I guess he never really turned heel back in the summer, but whatever, I'm getting off topic here. Undertaker's loved by everyone, and he should be up against a strong heel. A face versus face match, giant versus the smaller guy, just not the right dynamic, and I don't know if they would have the right chemistry against each other. AJ Styles has his own way of doing things, and like I said, I think he's better off with the Chris Jerichos and the Kevin Owens and then the guys that he's familiar with back from the Indies. Alright, this one comes from Camilo. Since Chris Jericho is talking about AJ Styles, do you think that they will form a tag team? And please answer on video. I think it's possible down the line that the two of them could form a tag team. Maybe after having a series of matches, they'll earn each other's respect or whatever. They'll do some sort of storyline like that, and they could work together against the New Day. But right now, I think AJ's better off being a singles star. That's where he really made his name as a singles competitor. I can't even remember the last time he did tag teaming. I guess with Daniels back in 2006 in TNA. But he has been known as a singles competitor, and I think it's best to keep him that way. If he gets lost in the shuffle at some point, and if he does, then a lot of people are going to be just shaking their heads at that. if he ends up just being another guy on the roster. But if that was the case, then maybe at that point he would be better off teaming up with somebody. But for the time being, if he's going to be pushed, given any kind of a significant push, I think he should be a singles competitor. Alright, this one comes from Eli Garcia. Ryback is Goldberg now. Why? He has control of the character, but this is a joke. Shot at fans or WWE teasing Ryback versus Goldberg at WrestleMania? I doubt it's teasing Ryback versus Goldberg. I think that ship has sailed. And I doubt WWE would bring back Goldberg and pay him the kind of money that he would want just to do a match with Ryback, and Ryback basically becoming an imposter Goldberg. I really don't understand why he's doing it other than just trolling Goldberg, perhaps. It's been so many years since Goldberg has been a player, and I guess Ryback doesn't care if you're hardcore fans in cities like Chicago and Philadelphia and Toronto, etc. If fans in those cities chant Goldberg, he doesn't really care, because his mindset is that most of the fans aren't even familiar with Goldberg, and he can get away with wearing the black trunks and the black boots and the whole black attire, and nobody's going to really make that big of a deal out of it besides your internet fans and your most diehard fans that actually remember Goldberg. Alright, this one comes from Hot Rod Todd. When Seth Rollins comes back, will he be repackaged with a new finisher? I missed the curb stomp. It gave him that edge. Please answer in video. One would think that he'll get a new finisher, especially if he ends up feuding with Triple H, which I'm expecting that to happen when he returns, since that was originally the plan. And I expect Seth Rollins to return as a babyface. So yeah, I would think he'll get a different finisher. Probably not the curb stomp, but Seth Rollins is a creative guy, and I'm sure he would be able to come up with something else. Yeah, it's a shame about the curb stomp, and the pedigree. I mean, it kind of fit into the storyline, but once he's off on his own, I definitely feel he should have a new finisher. So what will that be? I have no idea, but one would think he will have a new one at some point. Alright, this one comes from Beast Slayer. Did you see that Facebook post that Marty Jannetty directed to Stephanie McMahon? Your thoughts? Well, if you had gone on NoDQ.com, you would have seen that not only I did know about it, but I actually did post it right when it happened. My thoughts on it? I think that Marty Jannetty is a nutcase. I mean, for him to make that kind of comment and even suggest that Triple H is not the father of Stephanie's children, that is not too bright. I mean, there's really not much more to say about it. Marty Jannetty should not do anything or say anything to get himself in more trouble and get himself on further bad terms with WWE. It's just not in his best interest. Maybe one day he would have a shot at the Hall of Fame, or maybe one day he would get to be part of a WWE Old School Raw or a DVD project or merchandising. It's just not smart. Not something you would do if you're interested in making any kind of money in the future. So, not sure what he was thinking with that one. Alright, this one comes from David. Hi Aaron, are you getting tired of Ric Flair and his role as Charlotte, or is it just me? No DQ&A video. I'm fine with it right now. I think Charlotte is a heel, benefits from having Ric Flair by her side as the guy who's interfering on her behalf and teaching her to be the dirtiest player in the game and take all the shortcuts. To me, it makes sense for Ric Flair to be by her side if she's going to be a rule breaker. You want to learn from the best, and her dad was arguably better than anybody else when it came to playing the game dirty. So it makes sense from a storyline and character perspective. Eventually, I think she would be best off on her own. This is just something to help establish her with the mainstream WWE audience, and once she's really over as a heel, I think she can branch out on her own. I just think it's a matter of getting her established with those fans first and foremost. Alright, this next one comes from Devin. What do you think of R-Truth and Goldust possibly being a tag team? I really did not want to like it at first because I saw it as a second-rate knockoff of Goldust and Booker T from over a decade ago, but once the segments played out, I ended up finding them funny and I was entertained by them. So that's the key. It's to be entertaining. That is the goal, and I enjoyed the segments, and it gives both of them something to do, and I like it with Goldust especially because for the longest time, it feels like he's just been coming out there as Dustin Rhodes with face paint. With these segments, he's actually getting a chance to play the Goldust character again. You know, Goldust was all about being bizarre and doing all the weird stuff, and now he's getting a chance to do that again. So I'm enjoying the segments. What else can I say? All right, got this one here from the G-Man. I like this question. Is it an injustice that Scott Steiner's famous math equations haven't been recognized by mathematicians across the globe? Please answer in video. I agree. This is a major injustice. The Scott Steiner math promo, I mean, one of the biggest highlights of TNA in the entire history of the company. And that's kind of sad to say, but it is true. Everybody remembers that Scott Steiner promo that saw it, and more people should see it if they haven't already. I remember WrestleMania weekend walking into a restaurant near the WrestleCon event, and there was a group of fans in the restaurant, and they were talking about, of all things, the Scott Steiner math promo, and I just thought that that was hilarious. The only place in the world where I would hear people talking about the Scott Steiner promo, right here in San Jose, California. I mean, that was great. So yeah, Scott Steiner and the math promo, people should be talking about it in restaurants all over the world, across the globe. And, you know, I love Scott Steiner, even if he's entertaining sometimes for the wrong reasons, and even if he's unintentionally funny, he always brightens my day. I could just put on a Scott Steiner promo, and if I'm having a bad day, all of a sudden I'm having a great day. Oh, all right. That'll wrap it up for this edition of NoDQ&A video. Thanks as always for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please share it on Facebook and Twitter. Give this video a thumbs up, and stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the very latest regarding Fastlane and WrestleMania, and I will see you guys next time for more.